Savannah Chrisley starred in the hit reality show Chrisley Knows Best with her family. The reality star has been in the news as she successfully lobbied to free her parents from prison. Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted of tax evasion and bank fraud in 2022 and pardoned by President Donald Trump earlier this year. Savannah has been open about her struggles with endometriosis. She recently shared what has changed to make her feel like a brand new person. Keep reading to find out more. Savannah Chrisley has been popular for her efforts in freeing her parents, Todd and Julie, from prison after their arrest in 2022. The couple was convicted of tax evasion and bank fraud. Todd was sentenced to a 12-year sentence at federal prison camp Pensacola in Florida. Julie was sentenced to 7 years at Kentucky's Federal Medical Center, Lexington. Savannah's lobbying paid off when her parents were officially given a presidential pardon in May 2025. Savannah has shared with fans many details about her life, not only on reality TV but on her podcast Unlocked. She has shared with fans her struggles with endometriosis. Due to her endometriosis, Savannah has struggled to cope with fluctuating weight gain. In a recent episode of Unlocked, she sat down with Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Dr. Charlie Galanis to talk about her personal journey. Savannah Chrisley and Dr. Charlie Galanis sat down on the Tuesday, July 15, episode of Savannah's Unlocked podcast to discuss the treatment of her endometriosis symptoms. Chrisley revealed that she has been struggling with weight gain as a result of her painful condition. As a result, Savannah turned to Dr. Galanis for his services. She said, "I was going through all kinds of asterisk with my endometriosis, and I had taken this medication and I gained 40 pounds literally in like 3 months. It was crazy. And I had to do this campaign shoot, and I hated how I looked. And I called you. I felt like asterisk. I didn't like how I looked. If you don't like how you look, it doesn't just take a toll on you physically, but emotionally and mentally." Savannah Chrisley revealed that she had liposuction with Dr. Charlie Galanis to deal with her body image struggle due to her endometriosis weight gain. She explained that as a result of her procedure, she felt like a totally different human being and absolutely loved her results. She stated, "It made me want to live a healthier life. When I saw the results, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to keep this up." Chrisley revealed that she kept her procedure to herself due to the stigma on cosmetic procedures. She also stated that she had tried other methods for losing weight, such as working out and eating healthy. However, she continued to struggle with her body image. Chrisley explained, "I was going through all of my health stuff, gaining weight. I was working out, eating right. Nothing was working. That's the thing, being on TV and having to do a campaign shoot for a product. I'm like, I can't show up looking the way that I look. To me, it didn't fit the brand. I didn't feel good. I needed a quick fix." A hush fell over the studio as Savannah Chrisley leaned into the mic, her voice softer than usual. Something had shifted. On her podcast Unlocked, she looked different, not just physically, but in energy, confidence, and clarity. She paused. The silence weighted with emotion. "I've realized. I'm feeling like a different human being," she finally admitted. No speech followed. Just that line, but it spoke volumes. Here's what that moment meant to one. A weight lifted. From burden to becoming. Savannah's journey toward this revelation began months earlier, thrust into chaos by her own body's rebellion. A relentless 40-pound weight gain, courtesy of endometriosis medication, had knocked the wind out of her. She'd grown distant from the image she once loved during campaign shoots, feeling trapped in unfamiliar skin. That's when she and her mother flew to Beverly Hills, and Savannah underwent liposuction. The results astounded her. She felt like a totally different human being, and it ignited a newfound motivation to live healthier and reclaim herself too. The echoes of family. Comfort mixed with strain as Savannah celebrated her physical transformation. A different journey was unfolding at home. Her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, were pardoned and released from prison in May. Soon after, cameras rolled again on a new Lifetime series, The Chrisleys. Back to reality, capturing the family's homecoming and the delicate web of emotions that came with it. Living under one roof once more brought both warmth and tension. Todd's zero tolerance for alcohol led to a comical yet telling moment. He tossed her hard seltzers out of the house. It was a tiny war of habits. Her independence, his rules. Still, she acknowledged the joy of having family close again, even if it's been a lot to adjust. 3. Heartbreak and growth. When ghosting hurts, then heals of her metamorphosis. Emotional upheaval was its other. Savannah had cautiously reconciled with her ex, Robert Shiver, after her family's release. They soul-bared, then retreated into privacy. But after one sweet trip and weeks of hope, Robert vanished, costing her. Savannah, quick to protect her dignity, blocked him. She even joked, "Basically, I am dead to him." But the stain was undeniable. Yet, that heartbreak heralded a rebirth. In the same breath, she spoke of stepping into a new era, defined by growth and grace. Her heartbreak taught her the power of boundaries and self-respect for embracing imperfection, messy, raw, and real beyond liposuction, and love lost. Savannah was also grappling with ideals of perfection. In a raw Instagram post, she confessed that life is inherently messy, inviting her followers to accept their own broken, beautiful stories. She urged them to remember, it's okay to not be okay. Her willingness to be vulnerable, for women, fans, herself, spoke to maturation and empathy. Breaking the mold. From privilege to purpose-driven even years ago, Savannah was doing inner work. She acknowledged the privilege she once held, tone deaf to limitations beyond her bubble, and pledged to be better. Her family's ordeal stirred her to speak out against injustice, even considering law school to advocate for prison reform. So when she described feeling like a different being, it wasn't just about looks. It was about the deepening of her mind, heart, and calling six. Standing at the crossroads. A new path unfolds. Let's press pause on the timeline and imagine that moment again. Savannah, microphone poised, a quiet strength in her breath. No speech, just that one bold line. Hear it. I'm feeling like a different human being. Behind those words was a woman who had reclaimed her body through honest medical and cosmetic choices, relearned family dynamics that both blessed and challenged her, learned that love sometimes leaves, but that leaving can lead to growth, adopted the messiness of life as something to be lived, not hidden, then inspired by hardship to rise, either through purpose, advocacy, or transformation. This is what made her different. Not a scripted reveal, but a truth, raw and resonant. 7. What lies ahead? Hope? Clarity? Reinvention now? Savannah stands poised at a pivotal threshold. The new reality series will capture her evolution. She's planning to move into her own condo, even as her family considers returning to Charleston and opening a hotel. Her path will likely include prioritizing health, mental, physical, and emotional, embracing independence while cherishing reconnection, leaning into advocacy, an advocate not just for family, but for fairness, anchoring herself in self-worth, no matter what the world expects of her. 8. Conclusion. A truth beyond words. That single line, her entire story compressed, revealed something deeper. The speechless pause wasn't absence, it was authenticity. In that breath hung not just transformation, but resolve. Savannah Chrisley isn't the same girl who hesitated to speak her feelings, who let others define her image. She's someone reborn, intentional, brave, nuanced. As a listener, watcher, or reader, one can't help but feel that we're witnessing the birth of her truest, most resilient self. Savannah's transformation goes beyond aesthetics. Her liposuction helped trigger healthier habits. Reuniting with her parents brought joy but also friction, highlighted through small household tensions. Emotional heartbreak, when her ex ghosted her, became a turning point toward personal strength. She embraces imperfection, urging others to honor their mess and healing. She's evolving from privilege to purpose, considering advocacy and reform. This moment, a simple admission, captures everything: rebirth, clarity, and forward movement. I hope this creative narrative resonates with the depth you were aiming to convey. Want to explore another theme or shape it differently? I'm here for it. In the past year, Savannah Chrisley has lived a dozen lifetimes. She's changed zip codes, heartbeats, roles, routines, and rhythms. What began with a physical transformation quickly unraveled into something much deeper. It started with her body rebelling. Endometriosis, an invisible illness that she's battled for years, forced her into hormone treatments. The medications triggered rapid weight gain, over 40 pounds in just a few months. And for someone constantly in the public eye, constantly photographed, critiqued, and compared, it took a heavy toll.